Greetings everybody, how you doing? I thought I'd make a quick video because there's some students that still haven't taken the week 1 quiz. I've had students do quiz-me's, quick quizzes, sample tests and all sorts of things, but they're not doing the assignments that are for points. My suggestion is not to do any of those. Only work on the assignments that have points associated with them. If you get 100%, then if you want to practice more, then do all those quiz-me's and sample tests and all that kind of stuff. Those are not from Everest. Those are from the publishers, so they're not going to match exactly the objectives that Everest wants you to master. Anyway, so here's what the course looks like when you log in. And so to get to the homework for week 1, we're going to start week 3 on Monday. But again, some people haven't finished week 1's quiz, so I'm going to click on week 1 and you'll get a pull down menu and then click on homework, and right there, chapter 0 quiz. So notice it says homework 30 points, and these are the 3 things you should be doing. This will help you to learn how to enter answers. This is just learn how to work with the tool palette and stuff like that, and this is the actual quiz right here. What some people are doing is, well, I'll show you what they're doing. They'll click on this, and then they'll go down here, start doing all this stuff. This is not from Everest, all that stuff down there. Notice it says those are sample tests and quizzes. Sample tests and quizzes can be taken for practice or to build your study plan. Sample tests and quizzes do not affect your grade. So this is the stuff right here that affects your grade. So here's the chapter 0 quiz. You can still work on this. Quizzes stay open the entire term. Notice it says right there, you've started this quiz 0. Oh, this is me. I haven't taken it. But you get unlimited times. So click over here, I'm ready to start. And notice something special about this quiz is there's help icons on the right hand side, just like the homework. So if you don't know how to divide fractions, one of the things I suggest is going to the Webliography, and I'll show you that in a second, and go to the site Math is Power for You and type in dividing fractions, and you can learn how to do this. A quicker way is to click right over here, view an example. So if I click on view an example, look at this matches. See how close these 2 questions are? So to divide 2 fractions, invert the second fraction. So you take the reciprocal, and step 2 is multiply. So it'll show you the steps, and it'll actually do it for this problem. Notice the 12/5 stays the same. They changed 6 is actually 6 over 1. And then what they're going to do is they're going to take the reciprocal of 6 over 1 and change it from division to multiplication. And so any division problem can be changed into a multiplication problem. For instance, 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? 10 divided by 2 is the same thing as 10 divided by 1/2, which is still 5. So multiplication and division are inverse operations. You can switch them back and forth. Same with addition and subtraction. If you have 5 minus 2, that's 3. Well, that's the same thing as 5 plus a negative 2, which is still 3. Subtraction and addition are inverse operations. Anyway, but click the continue button, and there it'll show you how to do it. So this quiz, I wouldn't settle for anything less than an A. Just keep working through all these problems. So that's the first question. You know, I'm going to just type in anything, and it doesn't tell you. I guess you only get 1 try. I was thinking on the homework you get 3 tries at every problem, but on the quiz you only get 1 try at every problem. Then you have to take the whole quiz again to get a higher score. Homework, you can keep working on that 1 problem till you get it correct. So that's kind of nice. Here, dividing by 1,000, that means move the decimal point 3 places to the left. 3/15, simplifying that. Numerator and denominator are both divisible by 3. So you divide out the 3, so you're going to get 1/5. So these will go pretty fast. 3/5 plus 1/4, you got to find a common denominator. Anyway, again, so if you had trouble with fractions, so that first question was, that's not the right answer in there. I'm going to get rid of that. So you're dividing fractions. So what I suggest you do is go over to the class, click on the Webliography, and notice the first one I put in here, right here. Math is Power for You. And then see this magnifying the glass right there? That's James. Okay, so I typed in dividing fractions, and then look at all these that come up. So you can actually see it's got a little pictorial of what it covers, so you can see what it's doing. So here's just dividing two fractions. See if I can see one that has like a whole number in it, like this one right here. That one's similar to exactly what you're doing in the question. But anyway, you can pick the one that you want to learn and go from there. Notice this one says EX. That means that's an example. And then this one doesn't have the X, so this is more of a lecture. So I would suggest doing those, the ones that are actually a lecture. You can see they're a little bit longer. This one right here is divide when we get into positive and negative numbers, so that's what that'll help with, dividing sign fractions. Anyway, that's Math is Power for you. But you got to check out the Webliography. There's great sites in there. Anyway, but the main reason I wanted to do this little video was because some people can't find the assignment. So make sure you work on stuff that you're actually getting graded on. I wouldn't do anything extra until you got 100% on the homework and 100% on the quiz. Then you can do all this practice stuff, because it's not going to match exactly. The grade book is right there, so you can see if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing right there. So we're finishing up week 2 today. So if I click on there, you can see what's due for week 2. There's just homework and a class discussion. When we get to week 3, you can see you're going to have homework and a quiz. So you got 2 things there. And plus the discussion, so you got 3 things. So I hope this helps.